You're watching the Alabama Weather Network.
It's Thursday, the 5th of March. This is James Spann. Warm weather continues through the weekend. We could see a few little isolated showers over South Alabama today, a chance of isolated showers statewide tomorrow, maybe a few thunderstorms in here over the weekend, and just maybe a chance of strong, possibly severe storms by late Wednesday night or Thursday morning of next week. So it's mid-March, always a lot of things to talk about. Let's begin with the upper air look. Early this morning, ridging over Florida and the southeastern states. That's the reason it's so warm. And that's the reason it should be mostly dry today. And again, there might be a small shower over South Alabama. Got a shortwave trough lifting out across the Great Plains. New trough coming into the western states. We'll check the radar early this morning, the radar composite. Alabama dry. That's the closest rain to the state. Rain falling over southern Illinois, Indiana, parts of Ohio. Got a few thunderstorms involved there. We are mostly in the upper 50s and low 60s to start the day. Most spots will touch 80 or higher this afternoon. We do note there is a dense fog advisory for Mobile, Baldwin, Escambia, Conecuh, and Covington counties in South Alabama and the western part of the Florida Panhandle. Other than that, around the nation, some scattered fog issues, a few winter weather advisories for the northern Rockies and the Northeast. Here's the severe weather outlook today. There's a small level 3 out of 5 enhanced risk over parts of West Oklahoma and the Texas Panhandle. The broader risk running from the Rio Grande up into parts of Nebraska and Iowa. Tomorrow, an enhanced risk. That's level 3 out of 5 for parts of Oklahoma, Kansas, and Missouri. That would include Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, and Kansas City. The broad risk running from Texas to the Great Lakes. Day 3, Saturday. We got a risk of severe storms defined, mostly a level 1 from Texas to the eastern Great Lakes. And we do note that SBC has introduced a low-end level 1 out of level 5 marginal risk of severe storms over about the northern three-quarters of the state, north of a line from Mobile to Troy to near Phoenix City. And we'll talk about that as we go in modeling in a moment. And then Tuesday of next week, the day 6 outlook, we have a risk of severe storms defined for places like Dallas, Fort Worth, Oklahoma City, Fort Smith, Wichita, Kansas City, the yellow in that map. And again, at this point, there is no risk defined beyond that. But those storms will ultimately move into Alabama Wednesday night or Thursday morning. And again, we'll take a look at the modeling here in a second. Here's a look at the rain for the next 7 days, valid through Thursday morning of next week. And for Alabama, numbers keep coming up. So this will include the rain we see with that midweek system next week. 3 inches for Birmingham and Florence. Tuscaloosa, 3.7. Look over in Mississippi, the yellow there in the Mississippi Delta, that's in excess of 4 inches of rain. But southeast Alabama, not as much, around 1 inch for Dothan and Mobile. And remember, much of the state's still in drought, so that's not necessarily a bad thing. We'll get the new updated drought monitor here in a couple of hours. This is a product released once a week on Thursday morning. So let's break it down. Model fans, European, OZ run, 3 o'clock today. Ridge over Florida. And that's going to keep us mostly dry. Got the big trough in the western states and a short wave coming out across the Great Lakes. And the big story today, it's going to be the warmth. Most locations will see a high at or over 80 again today. This is the high-resolution HER model. This is valid this afternoon at 5 o'clock. And you can see most of the state with no rain. If you look really carefully, you'll see a couple of small specks down around Dothan. So if we see any isolated showers today, most likely it's going to be across the southeastern counties of the state. But again, just basically warm and dry for most spots. Tomorrow, really the same thing. There might be a little uptick in the number of scattered showers. This is tomorrow afternoon at 5 o'clock. And it will be kind of like a summer day. Highs in the low 80s. Partly sunny with these random, scattered, mostly afternoon and evening showers and storms. We say that every day, June, July, August. And we stress the radar will not look exactly like that, but something like that. And there could be a rumble of thunder, nothing severe, just spotty, widely scattered afternoon showers and storms with low 80s. So what about the weekend? That's the big question. This is Saturday. And we have a surface front running from near Chicago down to Dallas-Fort Worth. And remember, the high-resolution models extend out 60 hours. Convection-allowing models, the CAMs. This is as far out as we can go with them. This is Saturday at 12 noon. And you can see the high-resolution NAM here suggesting a little batch of thunderstorms coming through West Tennessee and North Mississippi. And inevitably, those will creep into northwest Alabama a little later Saturday afternoon. But you see Alabama dry. Saturday morning should be totally rain-free. And a decent chunk of Saturday afternoon should be dry, except northwest Alabama. That's where that batch of storms will likely come in. We'll peek at the severe weather parameters, and instability pretty so-so for mid-March. Wind fields, again, so-so for mid-March. STP, insignificant at this point. It's a very low-end threat, but again, there might be a strong storm over northwest Alabama late Saturday afternoon. We'll watch modeled trends, and we'll watch the radar carefully. And, of course, you know the deal. When it comes to thunderstorms, expect the unexpected, but it just doesn't seem to be a major issue at this point. So Sunday, that front stalls out near the shoals, and there's really no upper support, and we're going to mention scattered showers and storms on Sunday. Not raining all day, scattered showers and storms. And temperatures come down a bit, highs mostly in the 70s on Sunday. Monday, the front just kind of washes out. There could be enough moisture for a few spotty showers, but probably not many. Monday's high upper 70s and low 80s. Tuesday looks mostly rain-free. Again, highs will likely go right back in the low to mid-80s. Wednesday, same thing. Warm and mostly dry. Highs low to mid-80s. So let's go to Thursday of next week, a week from today. This is March 12th. And again, there's a southern branch trough and a northern branch trough, and they're trying to phase up. And an organized batch of rain and storms will likely come in here. And we should point out this is Thursday morning at 7 o'clock Central Time. And again, that's not really a classic spring severe weather look right there. Having said that, this thing's a week away. We just don't know how it totally plays out. The timing could change. The upper features could change. But no doubt there certainly could be some strong storms, maybe severe. But once we get to Sunday, Monday, we'll have a much better feel for this. And it's interesting to note, Wednesday morning of next week, the Europeans suggesting snow for eastern Kentucky, West Virginia, and western Pennsylvania. Let's go out 10 days, Saturday, March 14th. That ridge in the Gulf beginning to build again, and that looks dry and pleasant. Rain for the next 15 days. This is valid between now and the 20th of March, the mean between 2 and 3 inches. And temperatures, low 80s through Saturday. And again, the numbers come down Sunday. Highs back in the 70s, but then we go right back in the low to mid-80s Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. And then the weather noticeably cooler toward the end of next week, Thursday and Friday. Highs in the upper 60s to near 70. Lows getting in the 40s. No sign of any late-season freeze. And I know that everybody wants to plant, but you know the deal. If you plant in mid-March, you'll get in big trouble with that inevitable late-season cold snap we always see in late March or early April. Here's a long-range guidance. This is 8 to 14 days out. This is for March 12th through March 18th. Temperatures still a little above average here, below average way up north. Man, oh man, what a sunset last night. Goodness. And hey, you know the deal. You send me a sunset with cows in the shot, it just always makes it to these videos. It is what it is. But thanks to everybody for always sharing these great photos. This is our window to the world. And the moon last night, not full, 98% illuminated, but still looking awfully good. And for some, it had kind of the red appearance. That's because of these prescribed burns. We have a number of prescribed burns in progress. This is good forest management in the national forest across the state. And that's the reason we had that kind of smoky appearance to the sky last night. Okie doke, today going to be in Winston County, Haleyville Elementary School. Looking forward to that. And then a program at Mountain Brook Elementary School. Tomorrow, going to be in Calhoun County, Oxford Elementary School. Looking forward to that. And then Saturday, I will be the MC for the Exceptional Foundation Chili Cook-Off. And that's always a lot of fun. Looking forward to that. There's a great ministry. And again, the day should be dry for the most part for the Birmingham Metro Saturday. Looks like any showers should hold off until late afternoon when the event is over. Don't forget, you can see my forecast every evening on ABC 3340 News, and you can hear my forecast daily on great radio stations around the state, including at Birmingham 98.7 KISS. Thanks for watching. Have a terrific Thursday, and God bless.